Duty to prevent harm mass. The duty to prevent harm mass is a legal and moral obligation requiring governments, institutions, and individuals in positions of authority to actively protect populations from serious foreseeable threats, including violence, catastrophic risk, and systematic abuses that could cause widespread suffering or loss of life. This duty exists before a human that this duty exists before the harm happens. It is not only a reaction after tragedy, it is a proactive responsibility. Legal foundations, the international law, the Genocide Convention from 1948, the Geneva Convention and Protocols, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and the Responsibility to Protect from 2005. The U.S. Constitution and statutory duty, due process with the Fifth and 14th Amendment, the Eighth Amendment, Civil Rights Act from 1983. Courts also recognize a special duty when the state has custody and control of prisons, foster care, detention facilities, and when harm is foreseeable, and when the state has created or escalated danger. Human rights principles. The duty rests on several universal principles. Examples of mass harm that trigger duty would be genocide or ethnic targeting, extreme state neglect that endangers lives, mass incarceration abuses or deaths in custody, systematic denial of medical care to vulnerable groups, environmental disasters, human trafficking and mass exploitation, and abuse in immigration detention and deportation systems. When the duty is violated. A violation exists when authorities had knowledge or should have known of danger. They could have acted but failed to take reasonable measures. Their inaction increased risk or enabled harm. Victims suffered systematic or large scale harm. Failing to prevent harm can constitute negligence, civil rights violations, crimes against humanity, complicity, and violations of international treaties. Why this matters. Preventing mass harm protects human life and dignity, democratic institutions, social stability and peace, rule of law and the justice system legitimacy, and vulnerable populations at risk of targeted abuse.